toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hawkeyes about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Williams looking for a man. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got rid of it just in time.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Knocked down for the tackle.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina.
They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. pistol. Motion from the wideout. Single back formation, and they give it to it. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Lincoln. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Calls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
He's got it on the right. At the 45 on its way. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give from the gun.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. 17. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Williams will pass. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's the handoff. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Williams looking for a man. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Mung. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Williams will pass. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up forward.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
On the direct snap, it's Russell. Now the pitch. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Is Mike backer showing some versatility? Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Fires left. Found a seam. The
just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He might want another play. Back to pass. Under fire. He'll throw it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got him downfield.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air. It's Lincoln. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry up. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He uncorks one deep. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Iowa.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they tacked on the extra point. To a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Williams will pass. Unloads it left. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
We talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On fourth down, going to the air. And as he throws, pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Scanning the field, it's Lincoln. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, better look out! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
From the red zone, looking for a space. The quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback go in the other direction.
Grab over the middle. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And that one will give him the lead. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the Defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over James Madison. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
And that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You've got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find it to be open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. Rushes on him. Quarterback gets enough. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You know, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Clark. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Tight end now in motion.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Russell. Quick toss. Turning it on. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Dropping back, it's Lincoln. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Gonna run it. It's Russell. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. The give to the big fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll take it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Punch it out of the air. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. He's going for it all. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches.
Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting to run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the back. Got a man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive. He's going for the big play. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Williams will pass. Dumps it to the back. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. Took care of it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Forced out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfect perfectly, except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. No need to go Joe Pisarcik, Larry Zonka here, Jesse. Just take the snap and kneel.
Don't need to be old school, although I do like the old school kneel play here. That is true. You just got to force your opponents to use their one timeout, and you've got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, and you can see on the sidelines, they're excited. They're celebrating this. They know this is over if the offense just takes care of the football.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Russell. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Lincoln. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation